Welcome creators, my name is Kat and today we're diving into the general print settings for your Ultimaker 3D printer. Let's get into Cura. Ultimaker Cura is the software we will use to slice your 3D designs into layers for your printer to create. These layers stack one on top of the next to create your idea in 3D. When Cura opens, you'll notice several adjustment options. One great thing about Cura is the settings will remain in place where you left them. The first settings to check are across the top of the page. Let's first set our printer. To add a printer, click on the second to the left box and find Add Printer in the drop-down menu. We'll be using an Ultimaker 2 Plus Connect, so select Ultimaker Printer in the pop-up box. Then click on Add a Local Printer button at the bottom left of the box. You'll be able to choose a printer that is network enabled or not. We do not network our printers, so I'm going to select the gray drop-down that says Add a non-networked printer. Within the Ultimaker options, select the printer which you'll be using. Today, I'm connecting to an Ultimaker 2 Plus Connect. Once you have found your printer type, click Add in the lower right corner of the box. Now that we have our printer set up, you can see a few more options for us to manage. Right next to the printer drop-down is the filament drop-down. It's important to select the appropriate filament that is set in your printer. You'll first select the material drop-down. I'm going to follow the menu to Ultimaker PLA and choose the color set in my printer. You can also choose from the generic settings, which allow you to select a broader material category without a brand or color specification. The next menu allows you to select your printer nozzle size. Ours is a 0.4 millimeter size, which is the standard. Let's continue to the print settings that determine the quality of our print. The print settings box begins with a few pre-selected setting profiles. You can choose a range between draft quality, which will have the fastest but not the most precise, through extra fine quality, which will have a finer level of detail. It's important to have in mind the function of your print at this time. Are you just testing a model that will be printed again or refined further? Then maybe draft settings will work the best for you. Are you printing a final print to display or use? Then maybe a finer print quality will be better at this time. It's really up to you. After you select a resolution profile, you're able to further customize your print settings. Under the Strength section, you'll find Infill density, Infill pattern, and shell thickness. Think of the infill density as how full the object is. If there's a high amount of infill material and only a small amount of empty space, the percentage will be quite high. The infill pattern is the formation of those internal structures. Each pattern has pros and cons. To learn more about infill patterns in Ultimaker Cura, check out our upcoming video about the infill. That will explain all about infill density and patterns. The shell thickness determines the outside walls of your object. You shouldn't need to make changes there often. Next, you'll see a section called Supports. Support structures are extra printed filament that provides external structure during the printing process, but they can then be removed once your item is cooled. You can toggle supports on or off. Supports are necessary if areas of your print are wider or outside the base of your print. For example, if you're printing a cone, it won't need supports if the base is larger than the point. If it is set to print upside down with the point at the print bed, there will need to be supports to make sure your object prints as designed. Remember, you can change the orientation of your print on the print bed to get the same end results, but simplify supports. Finally, you can toggle adhesion on and off. When adhesion is on, your Ultimaker will print one layer on the print bed, wider than that of the perimeter of your object. It will help your material stick to the print bed and prevent warping during the printing process. Especially with larger or thin items, this can be helpful. This border or skirt layer will be easily removed along with any supports after the print has completed. Thank you for joining me for another video at the Alaska STEAM Hub. If you want to see more ASH content, like this video and subscribe to our channel. See you in another video soon, and as always, keep creating.